right. Yo. The Great Debate Show is back. It's live.
Recording in progress.
Get it going right here. Okay, got it. All right. Make sure I'm good on this end. Why that ain't going up? Shoot. I can't. Man, but I can't. No, volume ain't doing nothing, no, man. I don't know why not. That's exactly my part right there. Man. Anyway, it's a good day. If you know what I mean, you can see it. It's a good day. We're about to get started right here. It's the Great Debate Show. Facebook, YouTube, live. Jarvis Jeffries, Terrence Smith, Nick Ely. Let's get into it. I'll be damned. Screw it. Yeah. All right, I'm about to get started, man. Here we go. Yo. Let's go. It's the Great Debate Show with your host, Jarvis Jeffries, along with Terrence Smith, Nick Ely. We're in the building, back and better than ever. It's NFL free agent frenzy. It's so much going on. So much going on. So much to talk about. In day one, it's just day one. A lot has happened. For me, I can't get my sound right like I would like. I'm feeling very ice cube today. Very, very cool, very cold. Like the freeze warning coming up in the morning. Ice cube. Today was a good day for me as a Niner fan because we had a pleasant surprise of a free agent signing as soon as free agency went. As soon as it got underway, Javon Hargrave from the Philadelphia Eagles, Nick's Philadelphia Eagles, is now a San Francisco 49er. A big 4-year, $84 million deal that, again, a pleasant surprise. I was stunned. And also Jimmy Garoppolo signed with the Raiders and Mike McGlinchey signed with the Broncos. Two former Niners that end up in the in the AFC West. So today was a good day. I mean, I'm happy. No Garoppolo, no McGlinchey, but we add Hargrave. We also, and again, I don't want to be too rude, but in my opinion, we let go of a bad quarterback and replaced him with a bad quarterback. But we signed Sam Darnold also today. But hey, in my book, and I think in the Niners book, he's just there to be a third-string quarterback. So I have no problem with that. I don't know the money, but I'm sure it's not much. Again, it's a third-string quarterback. So
that's a quarterback competition room. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's not a quarterback competition. It gives me what I needed to know. It confirms to me that the 49ers are all in on Trey Lance or Brock Purdy or both. And Sam Darnold was just there just in case one of those freak injuries happened like it did in the NFC Championship game. He would definitely be better.
Has Purdy had surgery yet?
He had it on Friday. Brock Purdy had surgery on Friday. He is an upgrade. Sam Darnold is an upgrade over Josh Johnson. That's all that is. Let's not read into it or make anything more about it. That's it. That's all it is.
Remember I said that.
William Jones, I will. William Jones, if you're watching, I'm sure you're happy about the Sam Darnold move. But I'll take him over Mitch Trubisky over your boy Mitch. I will. He's just a third string. Dwayne said, yo, what's good, brother? Nothing much, Cowboy. I got your message. I heard that you said it was Cowboys in 4. Oh, okay. Okay, if you say so. I hope your Cowboys are getting better, Dwayne. I really do, because the 49ers actually got better today. Now, we did lose Jimmy Ward. He signed with the Texans. There's so much to talk about.
Sam Darnold versus Mr. Trubisky. That one's got me in a chokehold right now.
I think he's better than Mitch Trubisky. Maybe not athletically.
You want to talk about that's a jobber versus a jobber right there.
Pretty much. I mean, Sam Darnold's pretty much a bust, I think, right about now. But with the 49ers, maybe he can finally get his completion percentage up when he plays. If he plays, it's been under 60% his entire career. Yeah, the accuracy has been, very inconsistent also. But hey, again, he's just there to be a third string, not even a backup. He's going to be a third string behind Trey and Brock, or Brock and Trey, however way you want to say it. But this tells me that we are definitely out of the Lamar Jackson sweepstakes. Speaking of Lamar Jackson, he still is not signed by the Baltimore Ravens. Just tagged. Non-exclusive, No offers. The Atlanta Falcons went crazy today, making a trade for Jonnu Smith, also teaming him with Kyle Pitts, and they also signed Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates, the free safety from the Cincinnati Bengals, is now an Atlanta Falcon. So the Falcons are making some noise.
Jonnu Smith thing with them already having Kyle Pitts. Are they going the Patriots route and going, Aaron Hernandez, Rob Gronkowski? Like, is that what we're doing here? Or I didn't get that one. I just want to get him a viable backup. I didn't understand it either. I think maybe it might be a big deal. But they still don't know. Maybe another team. Maybe they've been talking to another team who said they need a tight end, and they traded them to trade him. I don't understand that either.
I mean, I don't have to understand it. You're giving me two tight ends, one that's a very good pass catcher, one that's a very good blocker and can catch. He wasn't used very well in New England. I think it's a good move. The more the merrier. There was plenty of times I can remember.
Tennessee too, right? Jonnu Smith had a good run in Tennessee.
I think that's who drafted him.
That was his best year, I think.
Yeah, the Titans, I think, is who drafted him. But I can remember plenty of times saying, yes, we have George Kittle. But when Evan Ingram was a Giant, I was like, why not add him along with George Kittle? It'll be cheap. You've got two tight ends. Yeah. I mean, now you still have a tight end running routes while one is blocking, whichever one you want to choose. I mean, I thought it would have been, we would have got him for cheap. But now Evan Ingram is still a Jaguar, and the Jaguars are not so cheap now. All this football, NFL free agency.
On Lamar, the last thing I read today was that this is why he needs an agent, right? Because he's announcing that he's going to play on the tag. He didn't announce it, but it was reported that he's going to play under the tag. He's not. If they don't agree to the deal, now they don't have any incentive to sign to the deal. So wow.
You heard?
Seen that. That's crazy.
Okay, so Terrence Smith here on the Great Debate Show has just said that he has heard that Lamar Jackson will play a non-exclusive franchise tag with the Baltimore Ravens. This is news to me. Again, Lamar, you definitely have never listened to the Great Debate Show. There was a guy right here named Jarvis Jeffries that has said for the past 2 off seasons now, don't do it, and you continue to do it. So at this point, I'm just like, hey, man, whatever happens, that's what you get. I mean, at some point, common sense has to kick in. You have to know when it's time to pull an L Bell. Le'Veon Bell missed the whole season of not playing football. But in his mind, he'd be damned if he would continue to risk his future without the Steelers saying that they wanted to secure his future with in the NFL and with the Steelers financially. And they did not do that. So he had to go get his money elsewhere with the Jets after sitting out a whole year. Lamar is very valuable to this team, and he proves every December now for the past 2 seasons that you can't make the postseason without me. So for Lamar to say he's going to play on this tag, man, all right, I'm not really rooting for him anymore because that's just dumb. I'm sorry, that's just dumb. And the only thing he had to say in the negotiating room, at the negotiating table, the only thing he had to say, I know you're happy he's still a Raven, but this is dumb. The only thing Lamar Jackson had to say at the round table was that, hey, man, Deshaun Watson has never been an MVP, but I have. Deshaun Watson has never won a playoff game, but I have. Why the hell can't I get his contract? You can drop the mic and walk out of the room. If you don't have your contract within the next 60 minutes, the hell with the Ravens. That's all he had to say.
Watson also has 20 plus allegations of sexual assault. I have 0.
That's another good one, Nick. He has no sexual assault charges against him. He has 0. Watson had damn near 30. Okay, so what are we talking about here? That's all he would have had to say. He doesn't need an agent. He doesn't need a mama. He doesn't need anybody to tell the Ravens that. It's all on the film. And he's going to play under the tag. Okay.
It's not even the fact that he said it. It's the fact that he said it this early.
Very early.
Like, why would he give that up in March?
It seems like he's a no drama guy. He doesn't want any drama. He's just ready to get this over with. And maybe he needs that $32 million a lot more than he needs $300 million guaranteed right now. I don't know. I don't know what his situation is like, but usually when they just come off of stuff like that easy, man, they gotta need this money, man. And
I hope that's not the case. Good Lord.
Well, I mean, I can't think of any other logical explanation on why he would just give up like that easy. But anyway, Lamar Jackson, according to Terrence Smith.
And by all means, it could be a false report. I think I saw it from Bleacher Report. But we know how free agency gets you out there. There's always something leaked, and sometimes it's not true. Maybe he's not really saying that. It wouldn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to add up to me. Even like without an agent,
right?
I don't think he's smart enough. Even if he thought he was going to do it,
there's
no way that's getting out before like August.
Right. Well, guys, let's get into all of this free agent frenzy. I don't know where to start. It's just so much. So how about we just start with my team? The San Francisco 49ers have signed defensive tackle Javon Hargrave. Am I saying that right, Nick? Hargrave? I'm sorry. Hargrave.
I think it's Hargrave.
Hargrave is now a 49er, 4-year, $84 million deal. This very much says that the Niners effed up by trading DeForest Buckner a few seasons ago to the Indianapolis Colts. I said it was a mistake then. It's a mistake now. They are letting that be known by making this signing. Nickel corner, Jimmy Ward. I thought that was a position that was that needed to be filled fairly quickly. But he's gone to the Texans now with his boy DeMeco Ryan. I don't know what the money looks like, but Jimmy Ward is gone from that secondary. However, you did add a very good piece to the D-line with Javon Hargrave. Now, Terrence, Nick, I want to ask you guys, with this move, and there's a lot of good defenses out there, but the Niners were the best defense statistically all season long in the NFL. Now, they've lost Jimmy Ward on the back end, but they just added Hargrave on the front end. Are the Niners the most dominant D-line in the league, and is Armstead and Hargrave going to be the best DT duo in the league?
Well, my question is, are they going to be able to pay Bosa? How is they going to look?
Who asked that? Is that you, T? Yeah. Did you ask that, T? Well, okay, first of all, I think in 2023, this will be him playing on his 5th-year option. So I think that they don't necessarily have to pay him this year, the long-term deal, but it just depends on what makes more sense and how they can save more money. If they can save more money by giving Bosa the long-term deal now, that's probably exactly what they're going to do, and they will backload a lot of that stuff. I think Hargrave's contract is probably backloaded also. The Niners are very good at this. Don't pay attention to the numbers. This is probably a 2-year deal, and he'll get what he's getting guaranteed. The Niners are the best at making team-friendly deals. But the fact that they went out and got him, it shows that I wasn't nitpicking when I complained about the Niners not ever stopping 3rd and shorts, 4th down and shorts. That's what this says. And it says that they made a mistake with the DeForest Buckner trade once again. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't know how they can pay Nick Bosa right now just yet. Well, I mean they can. Well, they can because again, McGlinchey, he signed with the Broncos. So if you look at the Broncos contract, which was 5 years, $87 million that the Broncos gave McGlinchey, good luck with that, Denver. And congrats. That's another guy that I'm glad to see gone from Santa Clara. But Hargrave's contract is 4 years, $84 million. It's kind of similar. Yes, Hargrave's contract's a little bit more, but that's where that money is. He came in and took McGlinchey's money.
Y'all not going to be paying a quarterback, so it's that.
Not paying a quarterback, so he took McGlinchey's money. Now, who's taking Jimmy Ward's money because he's gone? And I don't know if they're going to replace that. Just go with what they've got on the depth chart and look at another position. O-line definitely is a position that needs to be looked at. I've said that before, but it did get a little better by losing McGlinchey. Now they still need to add somebody else maybe, but I think one of the guys is going to get bumped up and promoted to right tackle. But they need a center, and they could use another tackle or guard. Just fix that interior. If they can do that, this is why the Niners are the Niners. They know the game is to be won in the trenches, and they know they have to get better in the trenches on both sides of the football.
Yeah, but to answer your previous question, yeah, I definitely think that makes them, at the very least, the most formidable D-line.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's really much debate there, honestly.
Okay. All right. Nick?
I would tend to agree, honestly. I think our own defensive line will be in that conversation. I think I would predict that Jordan Davis will take a step forward in terms of being really an anchor in the middle. I'd imagine we're going to hold on to Fletcher Cox probably. I know he's aging, but he still played well this year. Brandon Graham, I know we're keeping. So it depends on how many of those guys we're able to hold on to. Obviously, Hargrave was a big part of that, and he's in San Francisco now. So not only is he not with us, he's with the team that we would be competing with for that defensive line title. So I would probably give the edge to the 49ers. We'll see what we do, or maybe what some other teams do. As I sent you guys earlier, Calais Campbell is now free agent. So we'll see maybe where he ends up and whose line he can end up bolstering.
Calais Campbell is about 40 though, right? I mean, man, he's been around a long time.
He's still playing good though.
Is he?
I feel like he's like Brady. I feel like he got to be like 45, bro, but he's still great every year.
Does anybody think we could have got Calais Campbell for cheaper and maybe still kept Jimmy Ward, or was this a better move here to get Hargrove?
Yeah.
Kenley, what do you think about this? Kenley is on here right now. He said that was a great move. Okay, so I know you like it. And what are you saying? I'm just waiting on the Emmanuel Mosley alert to hit my phone. Well, if we keep Mosley, then we would move Lenore inside in the nickel, and then we replace Jimmy Ward just like that. I think Ambry Thomas can do good outside too. This is to my Niner Empire. Anybody that's listening, they know these players more than anybody else. I've also got a Titan fan on YouTube Live right now talking about Arthur Smith and what he's doing, a former tight end who loves tight ends. And
we might go get Calais Campbell.
You may get Calais Campbell?
We might
the Eagles?
Look at where we had Linval Joseph for number 2. That's fine, you guys. He was just plug that gap, and no pun intended. And you might not miss much, and it'd be significantly cheaper.
Right. So Arthur Smith, he has had a good day in Atlanta as the Falcons head coach. He's a former tight end, and we have somebody on here right now. LeVar is saying that the tight end, Jonnu, is a great blocker. You're adding him with Kyle Pitts. He's a former tight end coach. It's a good look for the Falcons. I agree. And if an offer comes along, he'll think twice. I don't know. They're waiting for next year when the salary cap increases. You talking about Bosa on that part? I don't know. But the salary cap does increase every year, and we don't have to pay Bosa right now. But I think after Bosa sees that contract from Hargrove, is he a little pissed or is he happy? I don't know.
Hey, is LeVar still on?
He is.
All right. Hey, if you can hear me, if not, you ask him. But ask him, does he have any trade destinations in his mind for Derrick Henry if he were to get moved?
Any trade destinations in mind for Derrick Henry? He's probably going to say none, but he understands it's a business, man. It is what it is. Austin
would never do it because it's Buffalo.
Yeah, they should never trade him to Buffalo. But Austin Eckler is demanding a trade now or requesting a trade with the Chargers. What if the Chargers and the Titans just swap running backs? Would it be less for the Titans to do that, or would that not even matter? They're just rebuilding all the way. I'm not sure.
I doubt if the salary is that far apart because Derrick Henry, he took a low contract, right?
Kind of, but what they've been doing is extending him and giving him. They've been extending Derrick Henry and giving him bigger bonuses before the season starts. That's kind of what they've been doing on that end. Kinley says that defense is going to be historically good with that addition.
Wow.
Nick, how you feeling about that, brother?
What about Jonathan Hargrave?
Yeah, I mean, I know you've got a good team all in all, but Gardner Johnson is a free agent. You've already lost Hargrave, and like there's a few more. Now I think
Slay might get traded if anybody will take his salary, which I doubt.
Who's that?
Darius Slay.
Oh yeah, Slay is definitely available for trade. I don't think you're gonna really just miss him.
Permission to seek a trade, but we hope to bring him back. So I think I have a feeling we end up working that one out. I got a lot of faith in our front office, so I'm not too worried about it. I mean, there'll be some guys who lose. Hargrave being one of them. He was one. He was looking for some money. We got a quarterback to pay. So I get that some guys gonna have to go. Regardless of what kind of concessions Jalen may be willing to make.
Yeah,
I think it'll be enough to keep everybody. You got him. At least number one receiver. Devontae, you still got another year or two before you got to pay him. I got faith in our front office. We'll make it work. We'll see what happens with Miles Sanders. If we're able to hold on to him, he clearly wants to come back. We've got some guys that are growing up on defense. Jordan Davis being the biggest one, obviously, to replace Javon Hargrave, like that. And so we got some guys that need to step up, but provided that they do, I ain't too worried about it. I think our front office do a good job of kind of bolstering where we may be a little slim.
They bolstered, but it didn't really help. They didn't stop the run. They still didn't get any better against the run.
Jason Kelce's coming back next year.
Jason Kelce is coming back. He'll be older. He will be another year older, as will.
That's fine. That dude is still arguably the best center in the league. He's right there.
Well, they're saying here that Slay is on his way out of Philadelphia. That's what they're saying on Facebook Live right here. And Terrence, to answer your question, LeVar says
that's probably a Cowboy fan talking.
No, that's a Niner. But look, over here, LeVar says that he hates to say it, but the Derrick Henry getting traded to the Atlanta Falcons or to the Chicago Bears, he thinks would be pretty nasty if you had him in the backfield.
I like that.
If you had him in the backfield with Justin Fields in Chicago, that's pretty nasty. I don't know who Atlanta's quarterback is going to be, but
the Bears made a lot of moves today too, didn't
they? They've made some moves.
The Bears did sign Tremaine Edwards, and they got an offensive lineman, didn't they? Yep, they did.
I don't know about the offensive lineman.
Don't quote me on that.
They were looking at McGlinchey, but McGlinchey went to the Denver Broncos immediately after they said Chicago was about to sign him. So it's been a good day for me. No McGlinchey, no Garoppolo. Man, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. I mean, it's just day one, but
addition by subtraction.
If we don't do anything, man, if we don't do addition by subtraction, if we don't do anything else, I'm fine. Because I think that
we got rid of them folks.
We got rid of those folks, and I think that we have the depth in the secondary. I don't know if they're ready, but I think Lenore and Ambry Thomas and Sammy Womack, these guys can fill in for the absence of Jimmy Ward. I'm not sure, but I think so. But Bosa, Hargrave, Fred Warner, Armstead, this front seven is nasty. And I'm not trying to take too much time on the 49ers, but it's nasty. I don't know how long they're planning on doing this. Some people think Eric Armstead is going to get traded. Some people think Bosa could get traded. I've heard rumors that Trey Lance and Debo were going to Baltimore for Lamar Jackson. But after Sam Darnold being signed today, we know that's not going to happen. The Falcons are going to go all in on Desmond Riddler. Are they? Are they, Kinley? The quarterback from the University of Cincinnati. I don't know about that, though, man. I don't know if they are going all in. They may. It makes sense they just drafted him, but you know they wanted Lamar Jackson until this collusion or whatever went on. Let's focus on that before we finish the free agency. Garoppolo is in Denver. McGlinchey is in Denver. I mean, Garoppolo is in Las Vegas. I'm sorry.
Vegas, yeah.
He's in Vegas with the Raiders. Is Garoppolo and Josh McDaniels a better fit than Derek Carr will be in New Orleans? Is this an upgrade for the Raiders? Or some people think no. But I kind of think they're kind of the same.
Some people, it's me. I think no. There's no. Jimmy Garoppolo is not an upgrade over Derek Carr. I don't give a damn who's coaching him. I don't give a damn if Bill Belichick goes to the Raiders and coaches him. Jimmy Garoppolo is not an upgrade over Derek Carr. We're not doing that.
Okay. No upgrade for Nick. Nick says it is not an upgrade. Garoppolo being the new quarterback instead of Derek Carr with the Raiders. This has put a chip on the shoulder of Derek Carr. So we'll see what type of season he has in New Orleans. Michael Thomas is still there. They're probably going to rework his contract. I am now. I think he is too now. I honestly do believe that too. But I don't want to hear a lot of people saying this outside of you guys, because I've been saying for the longest while people were saying, come on, man, Jimmy ain't that bad. Well, I don't hear you guys saying anything good about him right now. And that's why he got $34 million guaranteed, $60, $68, $65 million contract. It's all right. It's 3 years. That's the best he can do. It's okay. But him and McDaniels, I think they'll be all right. But in the AFC West, man, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. They're the champions. The Chargers have to get better. They have to get a playoff win too. But Justin Herbert is a star. And
the Broncos can't be worse.
The Broncos can't get any worse.
Okay, right.
That's right.
Here's the thing we're not thinking about though.
Okay.
They don't need to really improve at the quarterback position. They just need the defense to get a little better. And I'll say that because the Raiders. Yes, I'll say that because last year they had the number one rushing attack in the league. Their running back won a rushing title. They've got a good receiver on the outside. He's fat. Now, the quarterback play to me kind of hindered them a little bit because Derek Carr either missed some guys wide open to win games or he just had very, very costly turnovers. So I don't think they necessarily need to improve. They just don't need to get worse and improve the defense. You know, if you come out again and turn around and hand that ball off to what's our boy there? Josh Jacobs. I almost said Josh Elliott. I don't know where I got that.
Devontae.
But yeah, if they can turn around and get the same success with handing that ball off to Jacobs, who knows? Now there could be a situation where teams are not worried about throws deep to the outside anymore, and they might play more in the box to try to make Garoppolo beat them. That could be the case too, and we'll see that. Now that'll be on Garoppolo. Excuse me, that's on Garoppolo. But if they get the same looks they had last year and they still run that ball just as well, Garoppolo should be fine. And we know he can make the short intermediate throws. That's never been an issue. He never played with a receiver as good as Devontae Adams is either. So he's got to get that boy the ball, especially right now because clearly he ain't too happy.
This is by far the best receiver he's going to play with. But, T, I want to touch on something that you said about it will be on Garoppolo if they what was it that you were saying? If they take away if they try to flood the box.
If teams make Garoppolo beat them and he can't beat them, then it's on Garoppolo.
Yeah, but
the same looks they had last year, then, you know.
I'll say this, though. We're going to find out how good of a coach Josh McDaniels is. He's got the best wide receiver in the league, keep in mind. His running back isn't half bad. He's got one of the better top 3 tight ends in the league, I would say also. Jimmy Garoppolo is the missing piece if you know how to manage him and not let him he's going to make some mistakes. But Shanahan, let's be honest, and I'm not here to praise Shanahan at all. I have my moments with him where I'm high on him and I'm kind of low on him. I'm hot, I'm cold. But one thing he did well, when I used to tell people about the play calling, he was saving Jimmy's ass. A lot of the play call, you saw how different that play calling got when Purdy was there. You saw how he let him, hey man, let it rip. Those plays have always been there, but Jimmy seemed to take the more efficient, higher percentage, I would say, easier intermediate throws in the middle of the field, which at times they can say, we're taking that middle of the field away. What can you do outside the numbers? It's up to Josh McDaniels to learn how to coach him up and make him look better than what he really is. Something that Shanahan did for 5 years, or the 2.5 out of 5 years that he played. But yeah, that's just my opinion on that part. Let's see what McDaniels can do.
That's a good point. Now, I will say
he's got to protect Jimmy.
My knowledge, Garoppolo never lost a game with McDaniels, right?
No, technically, no, he didn't. It was only 2, but no, he didn't. Yeah.
I can assure you that's coming to an end this year.
Yeah, that's
Very much so.
that's for sure.
Very much so.
That's for sure. So Garoppolo is in Vegas. If you would, we haven't got a draft yet. Free agency still's got more days to go. But just right now, off the top of your head, how many games will the Raiders win with Jimmy Garoppolo as a Raider?
How many did they win last year?
Good question for both of you. I don't know. Maybe 7?
7?
Did the Raiders win 7 games? Maybe I think something like that. I think something like that. I've lost my audience on Facebook. Sorry, phone one did. That one did. But I still got YouTube live over here. It's the Great Debate Show, available wherever you get your podcast. Hit that follow button, and you'll be notified every time a new episode is up. I think Nick is going to tell us how many games the Raiders won.
Raiders won 6-11 last
6-11.
year. Wow.
So if they win 7 games,
I'm gonna give the Raiders 7 games.
Okay. Surely they can get 7 games with Jimmy G.
Yeah, get 7 games.
He's playing with the best wide receiver.
6.5, and I would probably take the over.
He's playing with the best wide. How? Say that again, Nick. You'll take.
I would set the over under at 6.5, and I would probably take the over.
Okay. I'm gonna give them 8 wins. Let's just say 8 for right now, depending on what they do here. But I don't know if Josh McDaniels is a good head coach in the NFL. I'm still not sold on that.
Yeah, the jury is still out.
At some point, I think
the answer is no.
At some point, I'll be looking at a lot of people, including Niner fans, who hate to see Jimmy leave. Don't lie, you know you hate it. I can't wait to just say I told you so. Like, get ready. It's not gonna be like it's gonna be some ups and downs, but when it's down, oh man, it is down.
All right, y'all. It's time for a tough question.
Okay.
Right. So I don't know if I share this with you guys or not. Let me bring it up a little bit. But I read somewhere the other day, and I want to first preface anybody that's dealing or has dealt with a drunk driver incident. You guys know where I'm going now. That I am not taking up for this guy at all. I'm just legitimately asking a question because what he did was wrong. But if I'm not mistaken, I think I read somewhere where like the police may have botched some evidence in the Henry Ruggs incident. And I don't know what the situation might be like with that. You know, at first it's looking like you may have to do 20 years in jail. Now it's looking like you might do 2.
Oh wow!
If the situation comes up where Ruggs is available in a couple of years, he's still probably only 25 years old. You guys are the GMs taking a chance on that?
Hell yeah!
I mean, bro, we let Ray Lewis become a Hall of Famer after
double murder
situation.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
I call it a situation.
A situation. We'll leave it at that. A situation. Yeah, we'll go with that.
He was let to come back and live an entire Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison. Jarvis, hold on, time. I was real young then. Did Ray Lewis really do that?
No comment. But I've heard stories. I've heard stories that say he's a very, very, very lucky man. I'll leave it at that.
Whatever they say he did. Hey, he's been proven not guilty now. Statute of limitations are gone. So
Does he not even look like he can kill somebody with his bare hands? He does.
I will even say this. This was the post-career incident for Marvin Harrison. Had some shit come up.
That was another body. I mean, situation. And
the thing disappeared, and we just didn't hear about it no more.
Didn't hear about Marvin Harrison incident anymore. But they had to be quiet. They couldn't make his retirement a thing. No, like nobody never knew. They had to ask, did Marvin Harrison retire? But he was dealing with that murder charge or no murder charge. I don't know what you want to call it, but
he never got charged to the best of my ability. Like they had all the evidence.
Nah, he didn't. But
they got his car. They got him in a sweatsuit running a fucking 4-4. He was like 2 years retired, so the man was still fast as hell.
I mean, I'm hearing he did it in broad daylight at a car wash. Just pulled up.
The bullets matched the gun that
was like made in Germany that only Marvin Harrison owned.
Yeah. And he still made the Hall of Fame before T.O.
That only he owned. The gun came back to him.
Yeah.
They had a dead rights, and somehow that shit just.
But where were we though again? Before we.
Because the question was Henry Ruggs.
I was going to say Henry Ruggs.
If he's available in a couple of years, right?
I mean, if he's paid his debt, if that's what they say, that if he does that and he's done, he's cleared and he's paid his debt to society, then he's a free man. And yeah, who wouldn't? If he's still running a 4.31, 4.33, I'm on the phone. You know, yeah. I mean, you know, so Henry Ruggs and Justin Jefferson were the two wide receiver draft crushes I had, but we ended up with Ayuk. But Ayuk has definitely turned it around and starting to convince others, you know, 49er fans, I would say. He started to convince them that wasn't such a bad pick. Now the Debo pick.
I don't want to hear your complaints. I ended up with Jalen Rager, so I'm not trying to hear it.
Well, I'm not complaining, not anymore. And I thought that Ayuk had it in him, but I was more so upset with the year before in 2019's draft where we got Debo, and I was hoping for AJ Brown, and so was Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice was pleading for that.
We got JJ Arcega-Whiteside, and I was hoping for DK Metcalf.
But hey, it worked out. You got the better receiver out of all of those people we just named. Now that you have AJ Brown, thanks to LeVar's Tennessee Titans over there. That was just terrible. And because of that, they may have to.
Damn, AJ is the best of them three. That's crazy.
Of course he is. But
before we move over to free agency, is there any move you guys would like to see made?
Any moves that we would like to see made?
Well, let me ask you this: is there outside of Lamar? Is there any particular player you guys would like to see your team sign?
Well, I think I'm about out right now because I don't know how much cap space we have. I think one good signing, a very, very pleasant surprise, again, as I'll say with Hargrave, I'm fine. I think we've already signed.
I'm going to tell you why that's
our big fish for the.
Nick, what you got?
Okay.
I was sitting here trying to think, and I think I may feel the way that Jarvis feels. If we can pretty much run back and kind of shore it up. If we can get out, I mean, obviously we lost Hargrave, so I get that. But past that, if we can get the guys back that we had, I'm comfortable running it back.
See, let me tell y'all something. This is the difference between when your team is good and when your team is just okay. Because y'all can't even think of a free agent, and y'all know how we play GM all the time. But y'all like, oh, my team is good. We're cool. Meanwhile, I'm like, man, if
we can just keep the guys we got, you know, like we might keep Luke Slay and maybe a couple other guys. We can just keep those guys. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm like, if you don't go out here and give me Odell Beckham for this $20 million and whoever else is available, get out, sign all these guys. We need everybody. No, don't give me wrong. My team is
they had that workout Friday too. They said he looked good.
He looked good, but I don't know if he looked $20 million a year good.
They said that. Is that what he asking for?
Allegedly.
He's on crack. He's not getting that.
Nah, you better take 50.
I love Odell.
If he can get 15.
Odell was in his prime. You didn't have no bigger fan of Odell than me. That dude was something serious. But
I'm going to tell you this about Odell. Can't nobody in the history of sports put out a workout video like Odell did. You see Odell workout videos, and just out running drills or whatever, or just out catching the ball. And man, whoever his camera guy and his editor are, I need to see them. We need to have a talk because those boys be on point.
Yeah, you would think that he wouldn't get injured, but he probably will.
He is like the best receiver of all time with the way that they put his videos together.
Yeah,
the way he started, he was on the way to being just that.
He was good, and apparently he's gotten a lot thicker. They compared him, actually, somebody compared him to Saquon Barkley with his. Apparently he's been on the squats. So kudos to Odell for trying to. Odell going to try to work out, man.
YouTube Live. We were Facebook Live. It's the Great Debate Show. Titan fan still talking over here. He's saying his wish, like his one free agency signing or acquiring, I guess it would be D-Hop to the Titans. But again, I would ask you, who's going to throw D-Hop the ball, though? I know you still have Tannehill technically, but I don't think Tannehill will still be there. No, but Tannehill's going to be cut. No, I think Tannehill's going to be cut June 1. They're waiting on June 1 to save more cap space.
Yeah, they have to wait. They have to wait to cut.
Yeah, if they're building, if they're rebuilding.
I tried my best.
Let's see.
Really, y'all trying to sign both of them. D-Hop and OBJ, man.
Yeah, they definitely should. Could.
I'm sure you guys saw that there are already Odell Beckham jerseys on the Baltimore Ravens site.
No. Yeah. Hadn't seen it, hadn't heard anything about it, but you caught that, Terrence. That's true. Odell Beckham Jr., OBJ has jerseys on sale on the Baltimore Ravens website right now. What the hell? So I don't know if that was a leak. They slipped. They don't realize they made that mistake. But if the Ravens signed OBJ, will anybody believe that this league is not scripted? I mean, like, how could that possibly be? And he hasn't signed with anyone yet. So if he signs within the next few days or a week, Terrence has got the proof that they already said he was a Raven. We've been knowing this since, yesterday on a Sunday? So, hey, we'll see. Okay, so we'll see. But I guess if there's an offensive lineman, and I know one huge name has been gone. Well, I wouldn't say huge, but the Jaguars' former tackle is now signed a pretty big contract with the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. Jawan, I think it's Jawan Taylor. If there's a good offensive lineman out there, that would be, I guess, my next signing that I wish that we could get. I don't know who that would be. I don't know who's available. But if he's a good center or right tackle, we definitely could use them. But if it's too much money, then we'll go with draft and we'll go with the depth that we have and shuffle these people around. But Shanahan has been kind of slipping on the offensive line here lately. It's not like it was in 2019. It's not like it was in 2021 with the loss of Alex Mack and retirement, Laken Tomlinson going to the Jets, following Robert Saleh, and now McGlinchey's gone. That's okay with me, but you have to have somebody that can run block. His run blocking was decent, but his pass protection was horrible. Okay, so who else in free agency is worth talking about? Jesse Bates, I said, is now a Falcon. Jonnu Smith is now a Falcon. We have a restructured contract. Daron Payne got paid for the Commanders. That is correct.
I feel like there's not a lot of real huge names left out there. One kind of name to, first of all, the Minnesota Vikings team as a whole is a team to watch because it seems like they are just unloading people. And there's talk of them possibly trading Dalvin Cook.
I'm hearing that.
Somebody else they were possibly talking about.
Adam Thielen
is already gone.
Adam Thielen has already been released.
Yeah. Has he signed with anyone yet?
No.
Not that I know about. Now that could be a very interesting pickup for a team like maybe like the Cowboys, who just kind of needs another receiver out there.
The Tennessee Titans. You could get Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen, maybe pick up OBJ, then maybe you're reloading. But I don't think they would want to sign if they don't know Tannehill's staying or if they haven't been told that they will get an upgrade over Tannehill.
Right, and apparently Thielen wants to go to a contender, so I don't think he'll be a real expensive player.
Okay.
Must be somebody to look out for.
Yeah, watch him sign with the Rams or somebody. Him and Cooper Kupp together, maybe they'll do something like that. I don't know. I'm not hoping for that, but the Cardinals are going to be pretty bad if D-Hop gets traded. Yeah, D-Hop was on Dez Bryant's podcast or something, and there was some talks about him and the Cowboys, and he didn't say much, but he flirted with what Dez Bryant was talking. He definitely wants out of Arizona.
The Cowboys ain't got no money. How they gonna pay anybody?
What is D-Hop's contract? I don't know what his contract looks like, but you're about right. They tagged Pollard.
Yeah, they ain't got any money. The Cowboys, like a lot of us, I like D-Hop young receiver. I like D-Hop too much, but I don't want to go Cowboys.
I know it sounds crazy, but the Cowboys would probably be doing themselves a huge favor if there was some way they could get rid of Dak Prescott's contract, I'll say it like that, and that money could go on a D-Hop or somebody else, and then you just go with.
The interesting thing about that is that apparently his guaranteed he's already gotten all of his guaranteed money, right? I think he's got.
I'm not sure.
He's got another year of guaranteed money, and next year that could be a scenario.
That's Zeke that's out of guaranteed money.
Oh yeah. Zeke got to restructure years, or he'll be playing somewhere else. But I mean,
Zeke is gone.
It could be a situation next year. Because they got to sign Michael Parsons next year, more than likely. CeeDee Lamb has got to get paid at some point. So
if the Cowboys
getting real interesting in Dallas.
If the Cowboys are trying to win a Super Bowl right now, if they think their window is here right now, they're not trying to win a Super Bowl if they keep it. The longer they hold on to Dak Prescott, the more they tell me they're not trying to win a championship. Because as I've said before, Dak is holding the Cowboys back.
I'm so glad we got to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, just say, yeah. I mean, but the Cowboys, they really could go with hanging with Mr. Cooper Rush and sign a veteran, and I think that they could spread, kind of like what the Niners are doing right now. We're able to spread this money around. Yeah.
Zeke is going to be a year older, who is already diminished. Tony Pollard might not be there the whole year. So they won't have that flexibility of being able to turn around and hand the ball off, because we don't even know who's going to be playing running back for them next year. And they've already franchise tagged Pollard, but I think he had to have ankle surgery, right? Yeah. So I don't think he'll be there to start the year.
Yeah, I forgot about that injury.
By October and November. So they are going to need Dak to come out and be the best Dak we've ever seen, and I don't even know what that looks like.
So who's going to be the running back? Who's going to be the running back? Are they going to they're going to roll with Zeke and just they're going to restructure?
They might have to roll with Zeke and a rookie or something like that, man. Or if it's a situation, they may draft available.
So you're asking for Zeke.
If it's available, maybe they'll try to work that out.
So you're asking for Zeke to take a pay cut and still be the workhorse until Pollard comes back. Wow.
He may be gone.
What if the Cowboys trade for Derrick Henry? Could they?
Man any ideas?
Would they do that?
I would love for them to do that. I think it would work, actually. I think they could probably send.
It would help Dak.
They could probably send a second round pick and maybe Zeke over there, and the Titans could just cut Zeke. I mean, that wouldn't be an issue.
Yeah.
His guaranteed money is gone, so
right.
That would probably work. I don't think Zeke's money and Derrick Henry's money is that far apart. Or the Titans might just keep the Zeke. So yeah, they could do that.
I think it could happen. Derrick Henry to Dallas. Who knows? We'll see.
And you know what? I can see that.
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned it.
And my brother over here is still live with us.
Don't give the Cowboys any hope. We don't want their fans.
You're right. You're right about that. LeVar also says if the Cowboys got D-Hop, it's over with. And he's probably right. But that is if Dak doesn't hold him back. The one thing we have to realize with the 49ers, though, Bosa has to get paid. Dre Greenlaw has to get paid. They're going to restructure some contracts, maybe like Fred Warner's, maybe Armstead will get some more money up front and push some more of that dead cap hit money in the back. I'm not sure, but at some point, with McCaffrey on the books and all these big name guys, man, at some point, Saudi's going to get traded. Look out. I'm not saying it's not going to happen this offseason because I definitely can see them putting all their chips in for the Super Bowl this year. But don't be surprised if we saw it happen before with Buckner. It's time to pay somebody. Brandon Ayuk. I'm hearing Brandon Ayuk is getting calls. I mean, people are calling the Niners for Brandon Ayuk. It's time to pay him. He had a good season, a breakout season, over 1,000 yards, 80-plus catches, double-digit touchdowns. He showed us that he's the real wide receiver, not like that wide back that we have named Deebo Samuel. So I don't understand, but the Giants have been calling for Brandon Ayuk, and they need a wide receiver. It is rumors in the 49er world that Brandon Ayuk actually could be a Giant on draft night or by draft night. The Niners are going to move somebody because the cap space is not really there. I hope it's not Ayuk, but again, I definitely think it should be Deebo, but especially since we're not getting Lamar Jackson. Now, Lamar Jackson and Deebo and CMC in the backfield, oh my God, that would have been like just throw the towel in. but that's not going to happen
It
now.
would be like Little League, man. You know, like Little League, you see all the run plays and the guys just get the corner and go for touchdowns, man. It wouldn't be fair.
It wouldn't be fair. It would not. I agree. But hey, T, you would get to be a Niner again. You know, like that maybe that could happen.
The prodigal son will return home the same way.
Right.
I would still be more scared of Lamar as a Dolphin than I would be of Lamar as a 49er.
Lamar as a Dolphin is very dangerous. It is, no doubt. But
especially now with Jalen Ramsey over there, and man, those guys are gonna be playing some defense, and they've got more speed than maybe any team in history of football. Lamar as a Dolphin would be disgusting.
But bringing Lamar Jackson to Shanahan's offense and the way he runs the ball, oh my God, I can just see him just foaming at the mouth, coming up with all kind of run designs for him, along with just the play action alone, the naked boot is there or it's not, throw it, chunk it deep. If not, take off. Oh, it still will be dangerous. Probably not as entertaining in Miami. Right. But speaking of Miami, the Dolphins picked up Tua's 5th-year option.
And I was about to say the thing that doesn't get talked about Miami, and in my opinion, is Raheem Mostert. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up with a breakout year this year, because that dude is fast. And I think teams are going to have to, if they're going to have a healthy Tua or anybody reasonably decent at quarterback, you're going to have to really contribute a lot to stop Tyreek Hill and Waddle, because both of those guys had pretty good years this year. I think Tyreek Hill had his best year as far as yardage, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
That depends on if Mostert is not a free agent or not. I'm not sure. I thought Mostert was maybe at least a restricted free agent. I'm not sure. But if he's there, if he's coming back, then yes, that's just too much speed. And when Tua's healthy, they win. But I'm still hearing rumors, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, I'm hearing this also. You guys, I don't know if you know or not. Somebody reported that regardless of what Miami's telling everybody about Tua, there are some people around the league that feel, somebody said they know that Tom Brady is coming out of retirement to play for the Miami Dolphins next year. Now, somebody says they know for a fact he will be playing for the Dolphins. I don't know how true that is.
I don't think so. I thought that maybe a few weeks ago, but once that man filed on papers, man, that's pretty much a formality that he would have to apply for reinstatement to the league, and then Tampa would have to trade his rights there.
No, he's done. He's officially done as a Buccaneer. He's a
free agent.
He's a free agent. He's truly a free agent.
Okay.
Yes. So it wouldn't take any time to file those papers. For all we know, he'll tell us in July or August that, I never got around to sending those papers off, though. I mean, and laugh it off and be Brady as Brady can be. And here he is in South Beach. And he still gets to visit his kids, and he's not that far away from them. They're still in Florida. I don't know. But I always thought he would be a Niner. But, hey.
He tweeted about the other day when he said he bought his daughter a 2-month-old kitten or something.
Yep.
Brady ain't playing no football, man. He chilling. He getting ready to make the Fox money.
Yeah, but I think there was some type of sarcasm in that tweet.
But hold on. You know he's not going to start working for Fox until next year.
Yeah, that's true.
He's taking a vacation.
He gave himself an extra year.
Okay, we've got breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. It's official.
Tom Brady to the Dolphins.
No, not quite, but it is official. Aaron Rodgers is a New York Jet. He has been acquired by the New York Jets. That was the last big fish that we thought, that we wanted to talk about, and we don't have to ask any more questions anymore. It's been confirmed. I got a source that came through just now, and yes, he is traded to the Jets. That's the breaking news right now in the Twitter world. It's done. He's a Jet. That is from, I don't know who that is. Is that is that Trey Wingo, or let me make sure my sources is correct. I think this is.
Wingo came out with it earlier, and then they kind of went back on it.
Oh, okay.
And that's his reporting it again.
No, that's from earlier today. Yeah, that's not right now. That's not right now. I'm sorry. That is from earlier.
Yeah.
That tweet
I
right
mean,
there.
I do believe he's going there.
I'm sorry. Yeah, he's not. I don't think he is really a Jet. But they said that the contract has been, done. I mean, not the contract, but the actual what they need. What they need to actually, agree to terms. And then there's another source out there, or another report that says that they haven't done anything. They're waiting on Rodgers to give them the yes, and then they'll work a deal.
Yeah.
So, not really sure which is which, but it looks like he's gonna be a Jet. But then again, hey, let's say this before. Let's say this before we briefly talk about Ja maybe and wrap up this free agency stuff. But we're coming up on an hour already. I gotta ask you though, guys, if he doesn't pick the Jets, what do the Jets do? Because they're in a hell of a situation here. I mean, a real dilly of a pickle. If they did all this waiting, they've watched Derek Carr leave the board, they've watched Jimmy G go to Vegas, and you're waiting on this guy to tell you, you know what, I'm retiring or I'm staying in Green Bay. What do the Jets do if they can't land the big fish that they went for? Shout out for them going for it all, but if they can't get it.
The thing is, it's very clear that Green Bay doesn't want to keep him, right? So really, it's the Jets are retiring, what it sounds like to me. The Jets are basically going all in for it. And I think Aaron Rodgers at this point is just dragging it out because Aaron Rodgers can. So I agree that I think it's basically a done deal. It's just a matter of him, coming out of the darkness or whatever the case is. But I mean, at this point, it's the Jets are retiring because even everybody else, the other teams seem to have kind of plugged in, who they think their guy's going to be. Now if he didn't go and let's say an Atlanta wanted him or Tampa Bay wanted him or something like that, could that something that happened there? Of course.
Yeah.
But I think, just the way things have kind of gone at this point, I just saw Miami actually just signed Mike White from the Jets. So there you go. So that even further indicates the Jets, should know something is happening on that front. So Aaron Rodgers has got to be a Jet sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I definitely think he'll be a Jet at the start of the season. It's just Aaron Rodgers doing that Aaron Rodgers stuff, holding it up as long as he can.
Yeah.
Unless there's another trade sooner that he knows about that, maybe there'll be a surprise team to jump in and trade for him.
Never know.
Atlanta? The word I got, and I think I talked about it on here about a month ago, was that there was some very, very quiet rumors that the Cowboys would jump in and trade for him and send back to Green Bay and reunite him with McCarthy one more time. That was just a rumor. I can't even recall where I heard it from, but I do remember hearing it. And I was like, but
you talk about breaking the internet.
That sounds like shit Jerry would do too.
Because nobody sees that coming. Nobody would have saw it coming. Well, what a hell of a swerve with this whole Jet stuff. Yeah, that would be.
That would definitely be quite a swerve.
But would Green Bay really be dumb enough to do that?
The thing about it is Green Bay supposedly believes in Jordan Love.
But would you trade Aaron Rodgers to Dallas, a team that was this close to being in the NFC Championship game just last season? I would think not, but man, that really would break the internet if Aaron Rodgers was a Cowboy.
Man, Jerry Jones trying to get him a Super Bowl before he kicked the bucket.
Well, he definitely has to get rid of Dak to do that, so we will see. But it sounds like everybody thinks he's a Jet. Right. What else we got, man? What are we missing? McGlinchey's a Bronco for anybody that cares. Russell Wilson may have all of the wide receivers except for the guy that got hurt last year, Patrick. Everybody else is up for a trade. Sutherland, Judy, and another one. I can't think of his name. Out in Denver. So we'll see what Sean Payton's trying to do out there for Russell Wilson and that offense. Again, I think Atlanta and Chicago, they were pretty aggressive today. They did some things in day one. I think who else made some noise? The Vikings have done a few things here. Let's see here. And again, what the Packers are going to get in return, I can't wait to find that part out if this trade goes through with Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. But I really don't have anything else. Nick, I don't know. Nick, did your Eagles do anything? Is there anything to say with your Eagles? Not. We know Terrence is in a limbo right now with Lamar.
Came back, but I thought we got to this point. So
Okay.
we'll be all right.
Hey, this is what happens, Nick, when you have to pay your quarterback. And this is why it sucks when you can't win the big one. I've been there and done that. When you've got that, the Rams went through this in 2018. They tried to win it with Goff on their rookie contract. They got there, but they didn't win it. The Patriots beat them, but they regrouped and they said, we're going to get Stafford. And then they won in 21. So this is what happens, though, when you don't have that rookie contract luxury anymore. He's going to get 50+ million per. And this is why you've lost one of your best D linemen on that team. And
it's going to be all right.
To the team that you lost him to, though, that is
gonna be all right.
That could be a gut punch, really. 9 months from now.
A gut punch.
I hear you.
Legs back under you, bob and weave, throw the uppercut. It's all good.
Nick, you better hope you can sign Gardner Johnson. You can keep him. You can keep him re-signed. You can get him.
Not. If we don't, we'll draft one. It'll be all right.
Just like that, huh? Okay. All right.
I got faith in Howie. I'm telling you, them boys gonna do what they do. We'll be right back.
Howie's not in the NFC Championship every year, so just saying.
I'm not saying he is, but we got enough cooking. We got a core together now between Jalen and AJ and Dallas Goedert and Jordan Davis on defense. We got enough cooking where it's like, all right, we can get the guys in we need, every couple of years to keep this thing competitive. It's gonna be all right.
All right.
Don't worry about this over here, man. We're gonna be straight.
All right. We'll see. We shall see. The 49ers were actually the highest favored NFC team immediately after the Chiefs won. If you look at the Super Bowl odds, the Eagles came in somewhere a little bit behind the Niners. Well, now they're a plus 350. They're really the NFC favorite now after that move.
Mm-hmm.
So just thought I would, remind you, if he's as good as you said these guys were, I know that's just one piece, but I think you're going to lose more pieces than that, Nick. That's what happens when you have to pay your quarterback. And again, I'm not saying that that's not important because, hell, I'm still hoping we can get a quarterback that can take us all the way to the top and win the whole thing. So, it's just you take the good with the bad, pick your poison. We rather go around the rookie quarterback contract and just spread the talent around that. And Shanahan sometimes can be a little over arrogant, thinking that he will win it one day somehow without having a real quarterback. I don't know if that'll happen or not. We'll see. Do we have that on our roster? I don't know. We will see. But I've been fooled before with Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Garoppolo when he got there, so I'm not going to just say Purdy's the man, give him the job, it's his. No, I'm not saying that. I don't know. I just think that right now with the injury and the surgery did go well, he could be throwing in 3 months, meaning somewhere around the end of training camp, early September, maybe he will be trying to get ready, but I don't think he's ready week one. Nobody does. Trey Lance should have the keys, and he should be able to get back behind the wheel. It's his to lose. If he can't win in training camp against Sam Darnold, then I think we'll have the answer we need. But we'll see. Guys, what else do we have in the NFL? Or are we ready to go on and talk about Ja real quickly with his situation?
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered the league.
I think so. So Ja Morant is what? What do you all know about this? He's in counseling in Florida.
He's checked into a counseling in Florida for an undisclosed amount of time. There is no timetable for his return.
No timetable for Ja Morant's return. Now that he is in a counseling in Florida, some type of counseling, and nobody knows for how long. Guys, is Ja done for the season, or is this just to Terrence? I'll let you say it. What do you think this is going on right now?
Yeah, first of all, I think he's at the very least to run into the playoffs, and I honestly think this is just one of those things that they're doing to. It could be one of two things. It could be them Just simply trying to repair Ja's image. Right now, his image is taking a huge hit. He is a publicity nightmare. His PR people are breaking sweats left and right. They can't even go to the restroom without worrying about what kind of BS is going to come out about Ja next. And it's been this way the whole season. But of course, it got exponentially worse with the Instagram live video that Ja recorded of himself with a gun in a strip club.
Yeah.
And it could also be his camp just saying maybe they got word that a big suspension is coming, and they're just trying to get ahead of that. Maybe. I do think it's more of the former. I just think they're trying to salvage his image, repair his image. There's a lot of money tied up in Ja between the NBA, between Nike, between Pepsi with the Powerade ads, and who knows? Those are just the big sponsors. Who knows who else he's dealing with? It. He's costing them money because they're invested in him, and they just released the Ja shoes, and what parents are going to go out and buy those shoes now for their 4 or 5 year olds and 6, 7 year olds. Probably not as many as it was 3-4 weeks ago. So I just think this is a lot of image repair. This is a lot of PR. And now there's always a third option that Ja legitimately needs cancer. I hope he gets the help he needs. I don't want to make it sound like I'm downplaying that, but to me, it sounds like a lot of PR.
Yeah, I think kind of like I was saying before the show, guys. I look at it to say, I'm hopefully optimistic that that it is the case that it's more of a PR rehab than it is a necessity for anything that he actually is dealing with. And like you said, I certainly don't mean to downplay if he is actually dealing with something that obviously is serious, and I hope he does get that help. But I like to believe, and I think that it is more just an image rehab. Hey, there's a lot coming his way real fast. The ink's barely dry on the Nike deal and on the Powerade deal, and even on his Grizzlies deal for that matter. Here we are. Not to mention with him sit down, I would say probably until the last week of the regular season. I think he'll get 3 or 4 games headed into the playoffs to kind of get ramped back up. If this is the image rehab move that I believe it is. I think the $40 million essentially that he'll lose by not being a first team all NBA this season, therefore not reaching the terms of the Supermax deal that he could have stretched it to. I think I would hard to hope and would believe that would be enough of a slap on the wrist, so to speak, to say, hey, get shit together.
Yeah. And I guess I would just end that by stating that I kind of agree with you all. I think it's more PR than anything. You can't afford to let Ja Morant miss the postseason. Although, on the other hand, I won't be surprised if he misses the entire postseason. Just because if they're trying to set a precedence or if they're just trying to really set an example, out of him and everybody else in the face of the rest of the league. This is the face of the league, damn near. Let's be honest. So I can understand if this is strictly PR, but I'm more concerned with if he comes back, what are the Grizzlies? Because they didn't look too hot against some of the best teams in the West. Although right now, who is the best in the West? It's so, it's just so, I don't know. Like everybody in the Western Conference right now is wide open on who could win the West. Nobody can pinpoint one team. We're asking ourselves, are the Warriors really ready to do this? Are they coming back or not? Every time we think they are, they lose a game here and there. Like, really? But again, Wiggins has been out. I think a few other guys here in and out of the lineup. So I don't know who's the best in the West. I would love to see Ja postseason. The Grizzlies are kind of getting on a roll without him. They done this last season also. It would start to ask the question, is dominant and exciting and impressive and highly skilled and everything else you want to say, the athleticism, everything about Ja jumped off the table. But when he is not playing, the Grizzlies, they find ways to still get wins. And they're doing this without Steven Adams also, who is missing some additional time with that ankle injury, I believe. So I don't know what to say right now about the Grizzlies and Ja Morant. I guess they're just kind of watching to see how they look in the standings, how they continue to finish this regular season. And I think that'll kind of determine what's up. Kind of what LeBron's doing right now with the Lakers, if he's going to come back and play or not, which I think we all kind of know we won't. But Anthony Davis has definitely been showing us that he's Anthony Davis still when healthy. But that's about it for me with Ja and the NBA. We'll get back to the other stories. Real quick before we go, I guess we could just leave by asking or saying, I've said that, these injuries in the NBA is starting to really take a toll on the league. And somebody did point out that Ja has lost that. I don't know if he's lost it or not, but Powerade and Powerade and Pepsi.
They pulled his commercials, but I haven't necessarily torn the contract.
Okay, they just pulled the commercial. Okay, still signed to him. They just pulled the commercials. But Kevin Durant is injured in Phoenix already. Kyrie and Luka did not play on Monday night. Guys, all of these trades that happened at the deadline, we're not really getting to see all of this follow through, as we would like. The chemistry is going to be hard to get it. It's going to be hard to gel. It's going to be hard to get any kind of continuity if these guys can't play together before the postseason gets here. The Phoenix Suns are a 4th seed, 5th seed, but damn it, the record looks like in another time it would be like 7th seed. None of these teams are really that good, okay, record-wise. So I'm just asking you all, what's going on with the NBA right now and these players? Durant's out. Again, no Kyrie, no Luka. Just a lot of these injuries from some of these guys and these players and these teams that we were so looking forward to. And if you want to say anything about the Clippers and Kawhi, because he's actually kind of been on a tear as of late. I don't know how many wins they've really gotten from that. But yeah, go ahead. T.
I think the Clippers have won 3 in a row.
Uh-huh. Okay.
It's a strange scenario where Russell Westbrook looks like the best and worst player of the trade deadline acquisition. Because I think at one point the Clippers will win less with him.
Yeah.
And now they're going on a streak and they're looking probably the best they looked all season.
Crazy.
Man, the playoffs are going to be real interesting. They're going to be real interesting because there's just going to be.
Is he still in the running for 6th man of the year?
Well, he's back starting again now, so I think that's out of the question.
No.
Yeah, but it's just going to be, that playing time and continuity is going to be a real big thing in the playoffs. A lot of these guys, like Kevin Durant, has not played. He's only played a couple of games, I think, with Phoenix. Kyrie and Luka have not played well enough together. In a short time they played together, they don't look good at all defensively. They might score 140, they might give up 145.
That's right.
So it is going to be a scenario where, it might be a situation where a team that's been together for a while that just know each other, they might end up being the team that comes out on top. So, I'm going to say this right now. Don't be surprised if good old Golden State is not the team that's representing the Western Conference in the finals again.
Didn't I just tell you that last week or 2 weeks ago?
You did. No, you did.
I think we're having a conversation about who was the best team in the league, and I was like, right now, I guess I was at the time. I guess I would still say it was Boston, but right around the corner, the Golden State Warriors.
And even Golden State. Yeah, even Golden State, they still have Wiggins out. Apparently, he's dealing with something that is an undisclosed issue. I don't know what. I don't want to speculate.
I think I remember saying that they said it was a personal issue. I don't think it was an injury thing. It was like a personal issue.
It's personal, yeah. Personal. Yeah. So they don't know when Wiggins will be back, if he'll be back. But it could be a situation where these guys have been playing together for a while and they know each other and they can come out and beat some teams down in the playoffs. Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. That's not a good look. There's some Ian Rappaport reported that the Cleveland Browns have now landed the former Vikings defensive tackler, Dalvin Tomlinson. He just signed a 4-year, $57 million deal with the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns also were able to free up $36 million or some number in cap space, and it was Deshaun Watson's contract that they restructured.
What does that do for Lamar's negotiation?
That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know about Lamar, but I know next year, the next 3 years, they're going to owe Deshaun Watson $64 million every year.
Well, he won't see that. Oh no, it's guaranteed. I'm sorry, it is still guaranteed, right?
Guaranteed.
It's all guaranteed, and this is the reason why Lamar, the blackest of the black, says Terrence, is probably not going to get that type of contract. Man.
Nah, he won't get that contract.
Shout out to the Cleveland Browns, though. For pulling the trigger, and nobody else wants to do that. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to see if Justin Herbert is going to get fully guaranteed money. I can't wait to see if Josh Allen's already been paid, right? Okay, well, not Josh Allen, but Joe Burrow. I can't wait to see if Joe Burrow is going to get a fully guaranteed contract like Deshaun Watson's. It'll probably be better. Let's see if anybody's giving them any pushback like they're giving Lamar. We'll see. Are they 2 different quarterbacks, 3 different quarterbacks? Yeah, but this guy wins no matter what. They're going to talk about his durability. I'm going to say he could have played those games in December. I'm just saying it. This was him saying, kiss my ass. I've given you enough. This is enough. You won't make it to the playoffs if I don't come back. And they haven't. 2 years in a row. Am I correct?
They made the playoffs. They were in the playoffs last year.
I'm sorry. They did make the postseason this past season, but they didn't get a playoff win. And it looked like they could have if they had Lamar, who could have ran a sneak. So either way, it looks like Lamar should be getting paid. And if he's not going to get paid in Baltimore, come on, man. I still think there's a surprise team out there that will offer Lamar Jackson a contract. I don't know what the numbers would be, but I think it still could happen. And we'll get to see what the Ravens will do about that. They'll probably match it. Then again, they probably won't. But they would have to give up Lamar Jackson if a team just makes an offer that he will accept. And they'll get 2 first-round picks, and we'll call it a day. But we'll see how that goes. Where will OBJ sign? All of that and more, I guess, on the next episode, if it happens. This was just day 1 of free agency, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if people think there was a lot or not enough, but I thought it was a quite busy day to start. No one's officially signed yet. This is just what they're going to do on Wednesday when the new league year officially begins. So that's all I have, though, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an hour 15 already. I'm done. Jaws in counseling. Jimmy G's in Vegas. Porn star Jimmy, he can do whatever he wants to do now legally with those prostitutes in Las Vegas. If he would like to, have at it, brother. I'm glad that you're a Raider. I hope that you're happy. And
Deshaun Watson should have been when they had no problem.
When they had any problems, there you go. Hey, what are the Cleveland Browns going to do in free agency? They just did something. They just signed a DT from Minnesota, from the Vikings. There also could be. Go ahead.
They should have sent Deshaun to San Antonio with them big old women over in San Antonio.
Man, we thought we were going to have a San Antonio football team some years back, but New Orleans never moved.
People, listen, if anybody listens, it's clearly a Charles Barkley quote.
It is.
I've never even been to San Antonio. Don't come for me for that.
We ain't got nothing against big women.
And nothing against
that too. We don't have anything against big women.
And nothing against San Antonio, but Terrence is probably not going to be in San Antonio anytime soon. Right.
But it's not because of the women.
Okay.
Whatever size they are.
Whatever size they are. That's all I got, guys. What else? What else you guys got before we end this thing? That's it.
I'm done. I just showed that enough this week. I'm going to bed.
I hope you can work with the reel the best you can, T. There was times where I had to flip it around to make sure that your sound is better because sometimes it just doesn't. We're about to do some upgrading on the Great Debate Show. Just give us a little time. We got some things coming to where we can get everybody in the same screen. We can get everybody on all these social media platforms as we go live a lot more and let them see these handsome, beautiful faces here on the Great Debate Show. I'm only talking about my face. I'm kidding. I haven't done a damn thing. But again, holler at you next week. Okay, so he got the NBA and everything in the background. We had Ja a little earlier as well. We talked about that. we need to March Madness is about to begin, and maybe we'll do another segment just strictly on that. Maybe a little gambling, talk about a few parlays that you could throw in. Where's the upsets coming from in the round one of the NCAA tournament? My Tar Heels didn't make it this year. Duke actually did. They could make some noise. How about the Memphis? They look good. Memphis Tigers knocked off Houston in a upset, but again, I saw it coming the last time they played. They almost had them in. They lost at the buzzer. So it makes sense. They beat them this time. Memphis could be a dangerous team in this tournament. Shout out to Penny. Shout out to the Tigers and that whole program out there. They're all right. They're all right, and I'm impressed with what I've been seeing. They beat Houston. Is Houston the true number one team? Are they going to run through everyone, or will it be some upsets? Who knows? Duke could make some noise. Some people think that Duke made some noise in a terrible ACC because it was not that good this year. Virginia is the best they've got, and I'm not sure how good Virginia really is. So we'll talk about that. Maybe another episode of that, or we'll definitely talk about whatever happens when this first week of March Madness tips off and is officially in the books. That's all I've got, though, guys. Again, Nick, did you have anything? You said nothing?
That's it, man.
Okay. All right. Well, we're out of here. And, again, we hope your teams made the moves that you wanted. We know William Jones is happy with some of the moves. He said out of 4 free agents, we signed 2 of them today, and one of them was Sam Darnold. William,
had that Sam Darnold Mr. Trubisky conversation with Will.
I was hoping he came to the show. He was asking were we going to be live. I didn't get to catch him. I lost him because, I'm not live anymore on Facebook because of that phone going down on me.
I'm sure he's going to take Mr. Trubisky, but like
Sam Darnold versus Mr. Trubisky.
He likes Darnold too.
The Brooklyn Brawler versus Marty Jannetty.
Man, wow.
Now I know Nick ain't gonna get that reference, but let me tell you, you left me on that. Just pick one, Nick. You're not supposed to know those guys. This is the Inferno versus Dawn the Clown. Just pick one.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Just a little bit.
That's it, pretty much. So, hey, man, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. NFL free agent frenzy. I think a Bronco wide receiver could possibly get traded tomorrow, maybe even 2. We'll see the trades and things like that. Is Aaron Rodgers going to make up his damn mind? We'll find out. We'll see. But that's pretty much it for now. The Milwaukee Bucks.
Before we get out of here, hold on.
Okay.
What kind of sweater is that?
Oh, this is definitely Under Armour. Dwayne Johnson. It's the Brahma Bull, man.
Man,
You thought.
Sweater on the whole time. Get out of here, man.
I thought that's what it was, and I know you did when you asked it. Yeah. Wearing the Rock. You repping the Rock right now. And it's WrestleMania season. So hey, come on. It's Nick. Oh, are we
Nick is ribbing us.
are we being punked? Yeah. Like he has to know something.
I also got a t-shirt and I think some pants or something that might got his stuff on there.
Wow.
Yeah. My dad got me a couple of things. He was a referee with the ACC. Their contract was Under Armour, so he gets discounted stuff. Nice. Okay.
That's what's up.
Now.
Yeah.
I also got some Steph Curry hoop shoes.
The Rock isn't going to be in WrestleMania, though, is he? I don't think he is he, T? Okay. Well, either way, that's it. We'll come back and we'll talk WrestleMania. We'll talk about
Apparently Bray Wyatt won't be at WrestleMania either. We'll talk about that later in the week.
Wow. After all of that hype. I told you though, T, I didn't see what the fuss was about with him. I'm not a huge Bray Wyatt fan. I think that the gimmicks have finally played out, and Triple H probably either got something else for him or he's ready to move on in another direction. No sense in wasting time with all those long promos that I never get. I never even get it. I'm sorry. I don't know what he's trying to I don't know what he's looking for at the end of this. I don't know. But anyway, WrestleMania is coming up. AEW Rampage supposed to be getting a change or a new look. There's supposed to be some more BS debuts in AEW. I'm not sure. We'll find some time to get in there and talk about that. But again, we got to do March Madness. March Madness will be coming up next. Maybe we'll sneak one in on Saturday or Sunday, depending on how these games are going, depending on who goes home. What if Houston loses the very first game to number 16, whoever that is? I mean, we'll see. Check on these number ones because there's some teams that like Duke, who were seeded at maybe 7 or 8, they're gonna bust somebody up probably these first couple of games because they're probably a 2 or 3 seed, and they think they're slick by putting them lower, and they're gonna actually make their way to the Sweet 16 still somehow, some way, and then it's all up for grabs. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got, ladies and gentlemen. It's been another great episode. So much more to look forward to. We think people like Frank Clark and Khalil Mack are still free agents, I believe. So who knows what else happens. Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa said on Richard Sherman's podcast that he may play with his brother in 2023. But is he going to be playing with his brother in San Francisco or in LA? Who knows? We'll talk about it. All of that and more on the Great Debate Show. Again, available wherever you get your podcast. We thank you for listening. And if this was your first time, we hope that you enjoyed and you can come back and join us again the next time. Signing off here. Man, y'all know what we say around here, man. Y'all, please, whatever you do, be safe out there.
Peace out.
All righty. That's going to do it for another episode of the Great Debate Show. Thank you for hanging in there with us for a 90-minute show once again, but it was so much to cover with all this NFL news, NFL free agent frenzy, and the Ja Morant and a few basketball things that we went over. Anything that you missed, feel free. This is going up live, but feel free to rewind, whatever you need to do. This has been a Great Debate Show. Thank you for watching, and I promise you, we're about to upgrade some things here to where we will have more. You'll get more visual of my co-hosts if you haven't seen them before here on the Great Debate Show. Again, it's me, Jarvis Jeffries, Terry Smith, and Keely. We're signing off. Y'all be safe and peace.